For nearly 2 decades, the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls has quietly been doing something extraordinary. The school's not just been producing top matric results, but it's really been changing the life trajectory of young women who might otherwise have been left behind. And so with a 100% matric pass rate year after year, OLAG has become a global model of what's possible when the girl child is properly supported, challenged, and also believed in. OLAG marks nearly 20 years of existence. Today, we are privileged to be chatting to Morigani Baloy, a top achiever from OLAG, together with Gugu Ntebele, Executive Director at OLAG. Of course, just about the success of OLAG, the upcoming Top Achiever Awards, and what else we can expect for the calendar year. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morigani, congratulations.
Thank you.
The end of the road for 12 years is done. How do you take all of this, and particularly with the results that you've received? Well done.
I've been so excited to start this new chapter of my life. When I received my results, it has been a proud moment. Everyone around me has been proud. And yeah, I'm just taking it all in. It has been an exciting season for me.
When we look at the standards at OLAG and perhaps also the work that had to go in, right? This moment that it's culminated to for grade 12 has been over 5 years. That's when you entered the academy as well. What was that journey like for you as you reflect back?
OLAG has been a very interesting journey. Firstly, entering, it must have been hard to find my feet. But then as time went on, you deepen your passions, you find out more about yourself, and you excel more when it comes to your leadership skills. So it has been a very interesting journey. I have loved it. I enjoyed the relationships that I formed, and I'm hopefully going to continue with the relationships going forth. Yes, it has been a very interesting journey, an exciting one.
Okay, we're going to get into that a little bit further, but Gugu, I want to bring you in there because obviously it's about educating the whole child. Yeah. And it's not just about the results as well, because OLAG has been around for almost 20 years. That legacy continues. Tell us about that intention that had been set from the onset.
You know, we've always been very clear that for us, the results are okay, but we're dealing with girl children, but we're also dealing with very resilient, very smart, very determined young people. And as much as we can give them the curriculum, we also know that the environment has not been friendly sometimes to them. So when you deal with schooling of any child, you need to make sure that you deal with the totality of the child. So for us, it's not just about the curriculum. She spoke about leadership. Yes. It's about wellness. It's about all of those things. We say at OLAG, we put the child at the center, which means everyone who works at OLAG is in the service of them, these young ladies. And so how we judge ourselves as performance is how they perform. And holistically. Because we're emotional, spiritual, mental, beings as well. So holistic, to your point. Yeah. Talk to us about the privilege that's afforded when it also comes to understanding failure and how that's also embraced. We're always careful not to call it privilege. Okay. They are fortunate in that they have an environment that is holistic. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying it's not privileged, because sometimes then they define them as privileged kids. People don't understand that OLAG girls come from circumstances that are furthest from opportunity. We also don't say they come from poverty, because we don't want there to be a label. Gotcha. But so when they come to this place that was developed for them, with them at the center in mind. And so the transition also sometimes is not an easy transition, because then, you can't get so much. But they come and they give everything and they absorb everything. And as she says, it's interesting, but it's also challenging. Yes. Because adjusting to an environment where it's a boarding school. So they are there most part of the year. Yeah. But it's, for us, I think it's been a privilege to have them at the school. Morigani, can you tell us a little bit more in lieu of what Gugu's echoed, when we look at your preparation for exams, the support that was also on offer, how, you were able to take moments to reflect, particularly gain that clarity as you navigate what you want to do next as well?
Well, our matric year, we did receive a lot of support from our school when it came to the boarding life, when it came to this psychology part. We've been receiving so much support from our school and obviously from our families too that had to be there for us through it all. And when it comes to deciding what to do next and what opportunities are there outside OLAG afterwards, they have been very supportive in having to provide the different resources, the different opportunities, and giving us different connections to people that need to help us when we're done with school.
Okay, because I actually wanted to say, how does the journey continue once you then obviously complete grade 12?
Yes.
What does that future look like for you? What do you hope to achieve from here into?
Well, I'm hoping to study accounting afterwards. I'm very passionate about accounting and financial literacy and hoping to give back to my community while I gain my knowledge afterwards. So yes, that's how my future is looking afterwards.
Okay, see, that's the leadership
I know
aspect,
she's doing
right?
accounting. I can't even, like, I'm...
The math is mathing with her. But I mean, it's just to your point about how they're able to dabble in so many different aspects, the leadership, it's sending the elevator back down as well.
Absolutely.
20 years, that impact, if you quantify it, or almost 20 years, how do you begin to quantify what you've done? How does this model also serve as a baseline for what South Africa at large could experience when it comes to education?
Well, we almost 1,000 graduates at OLAG, so that's 20 years for us. We're over 900 now. And I think the way that we quantify it, Miss Winfrey's dream has always been to get the girls to be the best that they can be,
Yes.
whatever they choose to be. So for us, it's not the number of scientists, it's not the number, it's the number of girls that have achieved whatever that they wanted to achieve. So we say to the girls, whether you want to do drama, you must be the best in drama. You know, so that's how we quantify it. But as a model, I actually think that if people were to spend time at OLAG, the system was to spend time at OLAG, they would see how a South African school could look like. Because we believe in nurturing the girl. She was talking about psychologists, wellness, because we all understand that we bring baggage. We've got trauma.
Absolutely.
And so if a school is not trauma-informed and doesn't understand that for you to get the best out of the girls or boys, you need to be able to deal with whatever triggers that they might bring. So that's the model that we hope we can share with South Africa.
Yeah, and I mean, also it's changing times because you're also growing as a child from a teenager into an adult, so you need those tools as well to navigate the world. What's been a highlight for you at the school? I mean, if you reflect back also in hindsight, what stood out, who touched your heartstrings?
Well, what I enjoyed the most at the academy has to be the events where we have to come together.
Okay.
It's always a vibe. It's always different, laughing together, dancing together, singing together. It's always a vibe, I'm telling you, when we meet. It has to be the events, the different events where we meet together. And yeah, just cherishing the sisters that we form at the academy. And yeah, that's about it.
I need to wrap up soon, so I'm going to start with you and then Gugu, I'll end off with you. A message of support for the class of 2026 and beyond, as you now have. You're going to hand over the baton. What would you like to say to encourage them as well?
I'd like them to know that where you come from doesn't have to determine where you end up. You can change your destination and you can rewrite the story of who you are meant to become. I'm from all the way from Seshego, from Limpopo, a very small township from Limpopo, and I am rewriting the narrative of what it means to come from Seshego. Yes, so I'd like them to know that you're capable, it is possible, and this is in your own hands and you're capable of it.
Absolutely.
See, the future looks bright. Thank you, Morigani. Congratulations. Gugu, as well for you. I mean, you obviously continue with the work. It's 20 years as well. So you're reflecting, but you're also continuing with the work that needs to be done with everyone in mind.
Absolutely. The world is their oyster. I always tell them there's no ceiling. So there's no glass ceiling, so they'll do whatever, they can do whatever that they want to. So I'm proud of them. I think they will represent us very well. And again, you're changing the narrative, not just of OLAG girls, but of girls children
at
in
large.
South Africa.
Oh, the work has to be done well with all of us in mind. Morgani and Gugu, thank you for joining us here. Drove all the way to be here this morning from the Vaal, but of course, looking at the 2025 OLAG matric students, their work. Gugu Ndebele, Executive Director at OLAG, also joining us here, chatting about the top achievers, also just reflecting on nearly 20 years of educational existence and excellence as we continue to navigate the next chapter. Thank you to them for joining us.